The free response question, we're given a function h, and it's always defined. We know that h of 4 is equal to negative 3. The derivative of h is also defined, and we know that h prime of 4 is equal to 2. And that works for all x. So we see that we have 4 more functions, p, w, g, and f, and they all involve h, so we're going to go through them one at a time. So first of all, we see p of x is e to the x times h of x, and we have to find p prime of 4. So first we need p prime of x. So this is a product, so we need our product rule. Derive the first, keep the second, plus keep the first, derive the second. We want p prime of 4. So again, notice how I've mentioned p prime of x, what it's equal to. I'm not just writing this because now I haven't assigned it anything. What is this? Oh, it's the derivative of p. And now we're going to plug in 4. So that's e to the 4th times h of 4 plus e to the 4th times h prime of 4. Okay, and h of 4 is negative 3. So negative 3e to the 4th. And h prime of 4 is 2. So plus 2e to the 4th. So this is a fine answer right here. Because it's free response, it does not need to be simplified. If you want to go further, you certainly could say negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. So this is the same thing as the opposite of e to the 4th. Either one of these choices is fine. Okay, part B. W of x is equal to h of x cubed. So h is an inner function, and it is being cubed. So that's our outer function. Okay, so chain rule, w prime of x. Again, write down what it is you're doing. You're taking the derivative of w. Derive the outer. Right, so that's there's our derivative of the outer. Coefficient is the old exponent. The new exponent is 1 less than the old exponent. With respect to the inner, times the derivative of the inner. So h prime of x. Okay, once again, we want w prime of 4. So that's 3 times h of 4 squared times h prime of 4, and h of 4 up top we see is negative 3, so we have 3 times negative 3 squared, and h prime of 4 is 2, so negative 3 squared is 9, and it looks like we have 3 times 9 times 2, or 54. Again, any one of these 3 would work. You do not have to simplify once you've identified what h of 4 and h prime of 4 are. So you can stop right there if you'd like. Okay. All right, C. We see that g is equal to the inverse of h. All right, so we want g prime of 3. So that's going to be equal to 1 over h prime of g of negative 3. Okay, so what's happening here? Well, g is the inverse of h, and remember what we were told, h of 4 is equal to negative 3. So that means that g of negative 3 is equal to 4. So this is equal to 1 over h prime of 4, and we're told that h prime of 4 is 2, so we have 1/2. And there's really only one answer there. Okay, and finally we have f of x, which is the natural log of an inner function. So again, natural log is our outer function, and this whole thing is our inner function. We want f prime of 4, so again we're going to identify f prime of x. Okay, and we talked about this, so I'm actually going to do it right now. We know that when we have the natural log of an inner function, we're doing the chain rule, and we can go right to our simplified answer, which is that the inner function will be in the denominator, and the derivative of the inner function will be in the numerator. So x squared derives to 2x, 5x derives to 5, and 2h of x derives to 2h prime of x. Okay, now I could have also had 1 over the inner function times the derivative of the inner function, and then I would immediately just move the derivative of the inner function up into the numerator, so I just kind of saved that little bit of algebra. All right, we're interested in f prime of 4. So that is 2 times 4 minus 5 plus 2 times h prime of 4, all over 4 squared minus 5 times 4 plus 2h of 4. Okay, we don't have to simplify these parts right here, but we do have to plug in for h prime of 4 and h of 4. Well, we'll simplify anyways. We got 8 minus 5 plus twice h prime of 4 up top is 2. And then down below, 16 minus 20, and then plus 2 times h of 4, which is negative 3. And again, this is okay. If you want to go further, that's fine. Just make sure that you do everything correctly. 2 times 2 is 4, so we have 8 minus 5, which is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. And then down below, 16 minus 20 is negative 4. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Negative 4 plus negative 6 is negative 10. All right, so we're looking at negative 7/10 if you're going all the way. But again, that answer is just as good. Okay, so hopefully this helps, and you're ready to go for the upcoming quiz.